Hi guys, hello. Hi guys, as you can see, I am feeling a little better, looking a little better this week. It has been, I think, 2 weeks since my last video, and I've had 2 weeks of treatment since then. I had another round of chemo. Um, and let me just scale back really quick. If this is your first time watching, I have been diagnosed with stage 1 cervical cancer, and I have been in treatment now 4 weeks. I think this is my fourth week being in treatment. I am doing chemo and radiation. I do chemo once a week and radiation 5 days a week. Uh, Chemo is now is 2 hours. It was 4 hours because this is one of the reasons why I haven't done a video, because I had a bad reaction to the chemo. I started having really bad ringing in my ears, and that was after just having 2 rounds of the chemo. And I did not know, and this is to let others know, there are different kinds of chemo. Didn't know. I thought it was just one universal one that they use. Well, there are different brands, there are different kinds. I found out there are some excuse me, there are some that are plant-based, there are some that are other based, and all. It's crazy. I find out different stuff almost every day about treatment, about the diagnosis, the form, I say, rather the kind of cancer I have and what others have. Y'all, excuse me. And I don't have any water around me. I'm sorry. Don't know what just happened. Something got in my throat. Excuse me. So yeah, I've been finding all that kind of information out. It is so crazy and so weird. I got my hair done now. I've been looking kind of crazy on here. One of my really, really great friends, she did my hair for me, because I was like, listen, I can't be looking crazy all the time. So anywho, but yeah, so I found that out. So they changed my chemo meds. I had to take a week off from chemo. So I've only had, well, now at the point in time when you watch this video, I have done 3 rounds of chemo. I had to skip a week because of the ringing in my ears. It was so bad to the point where it was affecting my vision. Like, I had sensitivity to light, and I had sensitivity to sound. Like, the ringing in my ears, like I literally had to keep earplugs in my ears when I would go out of the house, and the volume would have to be very low on the TV. Even when people were talking, I would have to tell them to kind of lower their voice, even when they weren't talking loud, but it sounded loud to me. And so I would have to have the earplugs in, and I would have to wear shades when I went out the house because of the sensitivity to the light, and it was really hurting my eyes. But they prescribed me something for that, and once they prescribed me the prescription for that, it definitely got better. So I really didn't have those symptoms long, and they definitely took the time off from doing the chemo to see what how my symptoms would be after, and it definitely got better. So, and I also didn't have much nausea, anything. Like, I literally didn't have to take any of my nausea medicine. After my second round of chemo, I really only had to take it probably like a day or two, and then after that I was fine. Crazy enough, it was so different from that first week. It was like my body was like, now wait a minute, what's going on? Because we literally don't do any kind of drug, and when we do get something prescribed, is like a 800 ibuprofen or oxycodone at the most. We don't do that extra stuff. I don't smoke, I don't drink. So when I was getting all this stuff, I guess my body was like, now wait a minute. So yeah, that after that first week of having nausea and fatigue and all that kind of stuff, it kind of let up, but then it came back with a force, even though I hadn't had chemo again. So this last week before this video, before I post this video, this last week, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was nauseous. I actually threw up this time. I hadn't thrown up the whole time, and I actually threw up, and and I was very, very fatigued. Like I literally could not clean my house or anything. Like I would literally try to get out of the bed and move around and do simple stuff, and I would get winded and fatigue and all that kind of stuff. Then my stomach was doing some crazy stuff. Sometimes it feel like an alien in your stomach, and that's what I felt like. I wanted the alien to get out. It was horrible. And I won't go too much into it, but y'all know how it is when you feel like there's an alien in your stomach. Okay. So but I did continue the radiation. They say the radiation does make you fatigue and stuff, so I guess that, was what it was. Uh but yeah, last week up until the weekend, and actually till I do chemo on Mondays, until I went to chemo. Even during chemo, I was kind of still nauseous or whatever, but my aunt, she went with me to this chemo session, which again, my family is so amazing. They've all stepped up and stepped in to do this with me. My aunt Rhonda, she went with me to this chemo session, and she was in the room when the doctor was talking to me about my symptoms, and she said, yeah, as soon as we leave, we go into the store, and I'm going to get you everything that you need. And that's what she did. So I thank you, Auntie. I appreciate you. So yeah, the new chemo is supposed to actually be better. I don't ask me why they didn't start with this one. I really don't have a lot of answers for y'all, because I'd be just confused and just lost sometimes. But I, again, trust my doctors. These doctors I really do trust, and these doctors, they always, when I have a symptom or I have a problem, they step right in and they kick it in gear, and they change up whatever they need to change up and do what they need to do to make sure that I'm okay. So point blank in the period. They changed that. So now the chemo is only 2 hours instead of 4 hours, and it's not supposed to do the ringing of the ears. It is supposed to lessen my nausea, but there are other symptoms it could have, but we will see what happens. So usually the day of chemo, and to anyone that's doing chemo or would ever do chemo, just to let you know, the day of chemo, in my experience and what I've been told and what I've seen and what has happened to me, you don't have any reactions or symptoms the day of. You may have some stuff, like the last session I had, I was drowsy after that day of. I was drowsy, but no symptoms don't hit you probably until the next day or two. And if you don't get in front of those things, if you don't handle that stuff, like taking your meds and doing whatever you need to do for your nausea and eating good and all that kind of stuff, it's going to hit you. And that's what happened to me last week. The nurse told me, my doctor told me, hey, even if you're feeling okay, you still want to try to take those nausea meds to stay in front of it, because once it starts, it's kind of hard to get a handle on it. And I felt that, because I was just like, why take medicine? Which I am that person. Like, if I don't have to take meds, I try my hardest not to take meds. I try my hardest to just let life do its course, because in my experience of raising children and being sick and all that kind of stuff and watching them be sick, sometimes if you just let your body do the work, it does the work. So, just sleep through it or eat something that'll help it. Ginger tea has been my best friend. As a matter of fact, my mom went out to this place here, a natural store here. And I don't want to say the name on here because I'm not sure if I can without getting in trouble. But yeah, so it's this natural store here. If you want to know, you can inbox me or something like that, and I'll let you know. That she went and got some ginger tea from. I usually get it store bought, and that works good too. But she went to this place and got me some, and that's work. And also, she has also gotten me some CBD honey that I can put into my tea. Now, again, because I'm not that girl, I have only used it once. So I can't really give a review on it and say that it works and all this other kind of stuff. But I have heard and I have been told many, many times, and a lot of people have been trying to get me to get CBD and THC or whatever, all these different strains of that too. Y'all help me, okay? But I try to hold off as long as I can because, again, if my body can do it on its own, or if I could just simply use something that they've already given me, that doesn't have a major side effect, I will do that, But anyway, so yeah, but right now I am at, again, fourth week, so we have about no 2 more weeks. So 2 more weeks, um, we will be done with the process of the chemo and the radiation. Well, I take that back, 2.5 to 3 weeks, because they had to add another chemo session because of the one that I missed. So once that is done, like the beginning of April, pretty much, I will be done with the process. So then we will see what has come out of this. Has the tumor gone away? Has the cancer been in? Is it all in remission? I will have all that news soon. But again, as I have stated before, I thank you all for always checking on me, man. Listen to me. The love, and I'm gonna say it every time. I'm gonna say it every chance I get, because I feel like that I love to give people their flowers while they're alive, and I wish I could name names, because it has been some amazing people that have reached out and sent gifts and called and all kind of stuff, text and sent cards and all that kind of stuff. But see, again, I don't want to start naming names and then I forget somebody. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. And then sometimes I'm too sick to even think of, oh, I need to acknowledge this person. Let me post a picture. You have maybe seen a picture or two, because like for Tiffany Hall, I did that because she has a women's group that we're all a part of, and I wanted the women to know that she was there for them, or whatever. So it's just, that simple with that. So I can't just be out here trying to give everybody shout outs, because if I do, I'll be giving shout outs every day. I promise you, that's how much love has been poured out to me. That's amazing in itself. So I thank you all. I thank you all that have been there. I thank you all that have showed up. I thank you all that have reached out. I am pushing through, as you can see. I am pushing through, as you can see. I am doing good right now. Does not mean, I keep telling you, it does not mean that once this is done and I'm not going to go in the room and feel awful. We're going to pray that I don't. But, we just believe in God. I'm trusting God. Oh, that's what I want to tell y'all. I told y'all I was reading Job, right? So I have this Bible plan that I have been reading of Job. And it's something that stuck out. And this is why you got to study the word for yourself. Understand? Because there's something that stuck out to me. And it's a scripture. I wish I would have wrote it down so I could tell you what chapter and verse it is. But it's a part in there when the enemy approaches God to talk about attacking someone, and God says, what about my servant Job? And then the enemy, the devil, he is Satan, he is taunting God, trying to, make it seem like, oh yeah, you saying all that or whatever, but yeah, he may stick with you, but any man can get through anything. But if I attack their health, they'll turn their back on you. Now listen to me. When I read that, I said, oh, devil, that's what you're trying to do, because he not lying. I can stand with God. I have been through so much. If you have followed me in all these years, if you have seen my life, I have been through so much stuff that a lot of people didn't believe that I've been through. But this right here definitely almost had me looking at God like, oh, you can have all this. You can have all this. Living a good life, living a straight and narrow, you can have that. I'm done. Like, I literally was almost there. But to know that the enemy definitely said out of his mouth, if I attack their body, if I attack their health, they'll turn their back on you. I I said, oh, so now to me, I don't know about anybody else, I feel like that's a challenge. I feel like, oh, now I got to show you. There is nothing that you're going to be able to do that's going to keep me from serving God. Because even in this, I need God. God did not put cancer on me. So anybody that thinks that, anybody that wants to believe that, you are a liar and the truth not in you. Understand? The enemy is the one that attacks you, and God allows him to attack you, because even God said, go ahead. attack his health, but don't kill him. Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna preach because I ain't preached in a minute, but but that thing blessed my life. I said, so God, he trying it. So he trying it, and he trying you. And one thing about it, I'm a loyal girl to the T. Understand? I'm very loyal. And one thing about it, you're not gonna come for my people. That means my God. And think you're gonna get away with it. Not through me. You're not gonna do it. I'm sorry. So if anyone wants to be able to get through something, if anyone has been going through trials and tribulations that feel like they're gonna take you absolutely out, and you feel like you don't have hope, read Job. And I am going to see if I can tag or post or uh, put the link to the Bible plan in this under this video. I'm going to see if I can do that so you can read it and see like everything that, and that's not the only part, like it's other stuff that is broken down in this text, because I said to God, I really want to learn about Job for real, because he is the epitome of suffering. So I need to know how he got through this. I need to know how he dealt with this so I can deal with this, so I can get up and do what I need to do. And also, guys, look out from some other stuff that I'm going to be doing. I am going to be doing some stuff to bring awareness. I am going to be doing some things just to educate and to enlighten and to share things that I did not know. And I think that if I did not know it, a lot of you did not know it either. And I don't want to be one of those that does this in silent and quiet and by myself. I want to help you guys, and you guys have shown me that I have been helping. So it shows me that I have not just been posting this just because I wanted some kind of attention. Anybody that knows me, that's the last thing I'm looking for. So to know that I'm helping you, to know that I'm bringing awareness, I've even had people tell me, because of you, I've changed my doctors. Because of you, I have pressed my doctors. Because of you, I have paid attention to some of the things that's going on with my body. Because of you, I have hope. That's what I'm here for. So since my videos don't really ever be this long, I'm sorry that this one got long. It's probably because I'm feeling really good today. And I had to make up for 2 weeks of not having footage or content. So if there's anything that you guys want to know, you can email me, thecompletewoman19@gmail.com. thecompletewoman19@gmail.com. You can email me there, or you can inbox me like you have been doing. You can, because I still, even though I haven't really been on social media like that, I still check my inboxes, my DMs and stuff like that. I still try to check those. If you have my number, text me, call me, or whatever. Again, I'm going to answer for who I feel like I should answer for. It is what it is. Pretty much everyone that has contacted me, I pretty much overall 90% have been pretty decent and pretty fine, you know. And I just want to make people aware again. Be very mindful of the things that you say. And I understand that some people don't know how to respond to this, and I understand that some people don't know that they're saying the wrong thing. There are some things that we say because it sounds good, or we feel like that's what we should say. But if it's not something that's genuine on your heart, or that God gave you to say, don't say it. Because a simple, hey, how you doing, is fine. A simple, hey, I'm checking on you, is fine. A simple, I love you, is amazing. Okay, so I think that is all. I will keep you guys posted on how this new chemo works, and on my symptoms and everything. Let you guys know what's going on with me as much as possible. Just keep following your girl, keep keeping up with me, paying attention to what I got going on, and paying attention to yourselves and your bodies. And listen to your body. You know your body. Listen to your body. Pay attention to your body. You know that something is wrong, and don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. I don't care if they feel like you being extra, because if I wasn't even really being extra, but look what happened. So definitely look out for you. And to all my women, you know, I recorded this on International Women's Day. I love you guys. I'm here for you guys. We rock. The future is female. We are amazing. We are everything. Please understand, don't ever let anybody dim your light. And this is actually Women's Month, right? I think. So let's just do the thing this month. Let's do it this month and for the rest of our lives, okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And that is all I have. Bye-bye.